Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Our today's topic is voting method for regression. So what is voting regression? Voting regression is an ensemble learning technique where we combine predictions from multiple regression models and take their average to get the final prediction. What it means? Suppose you want to predict a house price. So you ask from three experts. Expert one said 50 lakh. Expert 2 said 55 lakh and expert 3 said 52 lakh. Okay. Now, instead of trusting only one expert, you take the average. You added these three and divided by 3 and you got the average. You got 52.33 lakh. Okay. So your final prediction is 52.33 lakh. Exactly. This is exactly how voting regression works. Okay. So now let's understand how voting regression works. Step one, you will train multiple regression models. For example, you train your model on linear regression, decision tree regression, and random forest regression. On these three algorithms, you trained your model. Okay, now step two will be suppose a new house came. Okay, new house came. So linear regression predicted 40, anything like value 40. Decision tree predicted 50 lakh. Random forest predicted 45 lakh for a house price. Okay. Linear regression predicted 40 lakh. Decision tree predicted 50 lakh. Random forest predicted 45 lakhs. Okay. Now, step 3, calculate the average. Prediction, your last prediction will be the average 40 plus 50 plus 45 upon 3. You got 45. So the final prediction will be your 45 lakhs. Okay. So this is how uh, voting regression works. Okay. So now let's see how we can perform voting regression practically using Python. Okay. So let's see how we can do it. So this is our salary data. I will show you how. Basically, we have worked with salary.csv previously also, but I will show you how it is looking. I will import Pandas libraries and then I will load my data into a data variable CSV. I will right click. I will right click, copy path. I will paste it here. Now, let's check my data is loaded or not by checking its first rows. Now, Now it's a salary data set where we are predicting salary based on years of experience. Years of experience, like you have 1.1, 10 years salary is 39,343. So this is what this data set is saying. Okay. Now let's divide this data set into input and output. Data.ilog. Give me all rows and all columns, but don't give me the minus one. It means last column. That is my output column. I will take my output column into y variable as salary. Okay. Now, now I will split the data set into 80% for the training and 20% for the testing. So I will import train test split, model selection, import train test split. Scikit-learn work model selection, train test split. Now I will take my all four variables x train, x test, y train, and y test. Okay, I will call my train test split x and y. I will give my test size equal to 0.2 and random split as 42. Okay. Now my data gets splitted. Now, now what I will do, I will train the model into on three different algorithms of linear regression. Okay, for this data set. Okay, so let's take first model as your linear regression itself. Scikit-learn dot linear model import linear regression. Okay. Now, second one, let's take decision tree regression from scikit-learn dot tree import decision tree regressor. Okay. Now, third one, let's take neighbors. K nearest neighbor I will take. Okay. Let's take K nearest neighbors import. Okay. So what I will do, I will train my model on these three algorithms for this data set. Okay. So let's import all shift plus tab, shift plus enter. Now let's train my first model. Let's make an object LR to call my linear regression. Now fit your training data into it. X train, comma Y train. Okay. Now let's check its accuracy also for training data and testing data both into 100. And let's take the second for testing data by test into 100. Now, from linear regression, we are getting accuracy for training data set 97% and for testing data set 89%. Okay. So this is our first model we have built. Now let's make the second model using decision tree. Let's take DT. I will call my decision tree regressor. Okay. Now I will do dt dot fit. I will do dt dot export, dt dot export, dt dot export. Now, from decision tree regressor, we are getting 99% accuracy for training and 93% accuracy for testing. Now, let's make the third model. Third model I will make for k nearest neighbors. Okay, let's say kn. I will I will call k nearest neighbor, k neighbors regression. Sorry, I will do kn. I will replace this also by kn. So from k neighbors regressor, I'm getting 97% accuracy for training and 89% for the testing. Okay. Now it is a like uh, kind of overfitting also, but like in this video, we are not going to focus on that. We our motive is to learn how voting regression works. Okay. So what I will do now is I will import voting regressor from sklearn dot ensemble import voting regressor. Okay. Now I will create a list first for uh, all three algorithms. Okay. Now I will make a list First is your LR, that is your linear regression. Sorry, I will take as linear regression. Okay. Now the second one is your DT, decision tree. I will take DT1. I will take DT1 and I will call decision tree regression. Now the third one is your K nearest neighbor. Let's take KN1, KN1, and I will call K nearest neighbor, K, K neighbors regression. Now, shift plus enter. Now, now let's create an object to call voting regression. BR, I will call voting regression. In voting regression, I will pass my list, li. Okay, that is my list. Now, I will fit my training data. X train, comma, Y train. Okay, now you can see it has combined all the algorithms into one under voting regress. Okay, now let's check the accuracy. I will simply copy. I will replace this by vr.score. So we are getting 99% accuracy for training and 91% accuracy for testing. So it is a kind of overfitting whether I am getting more accuracy for training. Okay, so I will not focus on this. Our motive is to like understand how voting regressor works. So this is how voting regressor combines all the algorithms into one under voting regressor. So now let's understand how voting regression actually predicts the continuous values because we are dealing with a regression problem. So we will predict the regular values. Okay. So I will create a table to show you how it is taking the average value from by calculate. It is basically predicting the average value by calculating by taking all the predicted values from k nearest neighbors, decision tree regression, linear regression, and dividing them by three because we have total three algorithms. Okay. Now let's take LR1 as your LR as your first column. LR dot predict what predict X test. Okay. Second one, second column I will take DT. DT. Now DT dot predict X test. Third one, I'm taking KN. KN dot predict X test. Okay. Now I have prepared a list. Now I will convert this into a data frame. PD dot data frame. I will pass DF. Okay. Now you can see how it predicted the values. Okay. LR predicted this. DT predicted this. Okay. So I will take VR also. VR vr dot predict x test. Now you can see. So LR predicted this, DT predicted this, KN predicted this, and VR predicted this. So this is the average of all these three values. Now let's suppose I will show you. Control C, Control V. I will add this. Control C, Control V, and I will take this also plus Control V, and I will divide by it by 3. Okay, now let's check. Now you can see we are getting the same value as we are predicted. So it basically giving you the average value. Okay, voting regressor, average value by taking all the values from these three and giving you the average value. Okay, so this is how voting regressor works. If you will calculate this also, you will add all these three and divide by three to this to the addition of these three values, you will get this value. So this is how voting regressor works. Okay, so that's all in this video. In the next video, we will discuss bagging for classification. Okay, thank you.